y'all. It's Friday. Woo, Friday. For a lot of us, that's a great thing, and get to have a couple of days off. Or some people, they're just starting their week, or some people, this may be midweek for them. It's just work schedules are so much different than they used to be. There's so many different shifts and everything in a lot of places, but we are at Friday, and in Oklahoma, Friday night means football for a lot of towns. Some towns don't have it, but my grandson plays in Bristow, and tonight is the battle for the boat, because we are playing the Manford Purple Pirates, and they're the Bristow Pirates. So there is a trophy that has a picture or that is a boat, a ship, battle for the ship, battle for a boat, whatever. Battle for the ship, I guess, is probably really what it is. But it's a little rivalry, and whoever wins gets to take the trophy back to their place for the year. So tonight will be an interesting night, because they're the Purple Pirates, we're the Pirates, and we're also purple. So it's good. It's always fun. It's always fun to have those little rivalries, as long as they don't get carried away. And a lot of places have, and a lot of places are having to change their protocols for people being able to go in and watch sports and do things, and it's sad that that's what we've come to, but it is what it is. Today I'm just going to go to Psalms 27. God offers help for today and hope for the future. Unwavering confidence in God is our antidote for fear and loneliness. A lot of times when we watch the news, or we read the paper, or which papers are almost non-existent. My mom always got a paper, though. She loved having that paper in her hand, and she would read it every single day, every single page. She loved having that newspaper. She loved having books. We tried to show her how to use a Kindle, and she hated it. She wanted that book in her hand. She wanted to feel the pages, and she wanted to be able to turn the pages. And so some people are like that. But sometimes when we read the newspaper or watch the news, we get filled with fear and anxiety, because there's so much bad. So much bad, because, news isn't going to make any money, isn't going to have any advertising if they do only good things, if they only showed good things. So they can sometimes tend to go to the negative way too easy, way too fast, and way too hard. But in Psalms 27, the very first verse 1, the Lord is my light and my salvation, so why should I be afraid? If he is truly our light and our salvation, why should we be afraid? And as you can tell, this is one of my verses, because I've talked about fear. I've talked about it a lot, but this is one of the things that I have to go read and answer that question. The Lord is my light and my salvation, so why should I be afraid? I should not be afraid. He is my light and he is my salvation. I am his chosen. I am a part of a royal priesthood. I am his. The Lord protects me from danger, so why should I tremble? When evil people come to destroy me, when my enemies and foes attack me, they will stumble and fall. Though a mighty army surrounds me, my heart will know no fear. Even if they attack me, I remain confident. The one thing I ask of the Lord, the thing I seek the most, is to live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, delighting in the Lord's perfections and meditating in his temple. How can we live in the house of the Lord all the days of our lives? It means we get still and we get to know God, and we get to know who he is. We get to know his voice. We get to know what it is he has for us, where he wants us to go, what he wants us to do, how he wants us to act. If we get still and get in his word and pray and all that we need to do, that's how we get in the house of the Lord all the days of our lives. Because we are his. We are the church. This building is a building until we get here, until his people get here. And then it becomes a church. Then it becomes a place of worship, because we all come in here and we worship. We worship a risen Savior. We worship all that he has done for us. We're thankful and grateful. We go to the altar and we lay our troubles down there, and we just let them go. And some of us pick them back up, speaking for myself. But that's when we become the church, is when we all gather here together. For he will conceal me there when trouble comes. He will hide me in his sanctuary. He will place me out of reach on a high rock. Then I will hold my head high above my enemies who surround me. At his tabernacle I will offer sacrifices with shouts of joy, singing and praising the Lord with my name, with music. Lord, with music. Thankfully, we don't have to offer sacrifice. We don't have to come in with the best lamb, the best goat, the best dove, the best, which I'm so thankful for. I'm so, so grateful that Jesus took that, and he is our ultimate sacrifice. So we no longer have to do those sacrifices. Listen to my pleading, O Lord. Be merciful and answer me. My heart has heard you say, come and talk with me. And my heart responds, Lord, I am coming. Do not hide yourself from me. Do not reject your servant in anger. You have always been my helper. Don't leave me now. Don't abandon me, O God of my salvation. Even if my father and mother abandon me, the Lord will hold me close. We need to understand he never leaves us. He always holds us close. It doesn't matter what other people think, other people say, other people do. Other people are going to abandon you. Other people are going to hurt you. Humans hurt humans. Humans are, sometimes we're just so awful to one another. Teach me how to live, O Lord. Lead me along the path of honesty, for my enemies are waiting for me to fall. Do not let me fall into their hands, for they accuse me of things I've never done and breathe out violence against me. Yet I am confident that I will see the Lord's goodness while I'm here in the land of the living. We can be confident that we will see his goodness if we will put our trust in him. If we solely rely on him to be our provider, to be our, and I'm not saying don't go to work and sit in on your blessed assurance and thinking that God's going to rain down $100 bills. No, he gives us a job. He gives us a place of employment, where to go and where to do the work as if we were working for the Lord. So he gives us, he doesn't expect us just to sit and wait on him to rain down $100 bills. It would be nice some days if he would. It'd be nice some days if he would take away our free will and come in and say, this is what I want you to do, and this is how you're going to do it. Don't mess this up. But he gives us that free will, and he gives us that choice. He gives us direction, but it's up to us to take that direction. Teach me how to live, O Lord. Lead me along the path of honesty, for my enemies are waiting for me to fall. Do not let me fall into their hands, for they accuse me of things I have never done and breathe out violence against me. Yet I am confident that I will see the Lord's goodness while I am here in the land of the living. How many of us know that there's somebody out there waiting for us to fail? And we work so hard to prove them wrong. Because whether it was a parent from when we were little saying, you'll never amount to anything, you're always going to be in trouble, you'll never live to be 26, you'll never live to be 30, you're just a mess, you're just this and you're just that. And we try so hard to prove them wrong that we get our focus off a God who says, just come to me and I'll give you rest. Come to me and I will hold you with my mighty right hand. I will be there. I will walk with you. I will give you all you have need of. Just come to me. Don't try to prove somebody right. Don't try to prove somebody wrong. Don't do that. Only person we need to please is Jesus. When we please him, all the other things just flow. All the other things just get in line, and everything lines up when we're walking the walk that Jesus has us to walk. Wait patiently for the Lord. Be brave and courageous. Yes, wait patiently for the Lord. There is where we have the hardest time, is waiting patiently for the Lord. Because when we pray, when we say, Lord, I need this today, I need whatever today, we don't want to patiently wait that it may be a week, it may be 2 weeks, it may be 10 years, it may be 15 years, it may be 20 years before he answers that prayer. Or he may say no. You don't need that. I know if you get that, I know what's going to happen to you, and I don't want that to happen. You're my child. I care about you. I love you, and this is what you need. Trust me. Trust me in this process. And that's what we have to learn to do, is have patience with peace, as Keith Spanberger talked about. We've got to have that patience with peace. We have to quit trying to prove people wrong. We have to quit trying to say, I can do this because they said I couldn't. We have to quit doing that. We have to understand the only person we need to please is Jesus. And again, everything else will flow down. Once we're pleasing him, then all the things will come together, and he works together for the good of those who believe in him. So we need to trust him, and we need to live in him today. I hope you guys have a great, great weekend. I hope if you're going out to watch football, softball, basketball, baseball, whatever it is, there's a whole weekend full of it this weekend. The Yale Junior High, or the Oilton Junior High softball team is having a tournament this weekend. Yale and Oilton Little League, the first and second, third and fourth, fifth and sixth football will be playing tomorrow night in Oilton at the new football field. So I hope that you guys have a great weekend, enjoying whatever it may be that you're doing. Come and join us Sunday at 9 and 11. Praise team is going to be here. They have just been absolutely kicking it out of the park. It's just been amazing. Worship has been on fire. It's been so good. And you can feel the Spirit of the Lord just moving. And it's just it's so refreshing. It's so amazing to be in this place and to feel his presence. And again, this building is a building until we get here, and then it becomes a church. We become the church. We become the church when we lock shields together and we help one another and encourage one another. We don't backbite. We don't talk bad. We don't judge. We're not any of that. We're just encouraging and loving and moving. Not to say if you have a question that you shouldn't be asking questions, because you should. If there's something weighing heavy on your heart, then you need to get with someone and you need to ask, hey, I understood this to be this, but maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I've misstepped, or maybe I'm misthinking this, whatever. I need some clarification. Can you help me? That's what we're here for. That's what the church is here for. That's what we're all here for one another for. And it doesn't have to be in secret. You can ask questions and know that somebody is going to care enough to answer your questions. And a lot of times I've been asked questions and I'm like, I'm not sure about that answer. Let me study it. Let me research it. Let me talk to others about it, and I'll get back with you. So don't be afraid to ask questions if you have them. That's what the church is for. It's to encourage one another and to lift one another up and to, again, lock shields and get in this battle together, because we are in a battle, and we're not in a battle against flesh and blood. We're in a spiritual battle, and if you don't realize that, you need to understand that you need to get your armor on, and you need to be ready. You need to be prepared. So I hope you'll come out Sunday and join us 9 and 11. Have a great, great weekend. Enjoy the weather. It's cooler than it has been. So the evenings and the nights especially, was sitting out on the porch with Stella last night, and it was nice just to be able to sit out there, except for the bugs are still out. They were driving me crazy. I told Stella we had to go in. But have a great weekend, and I hope to see you guys back here on Monday. Love y'all.